Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be sitting around that what you see on the screen. And it's an article by the NPR.org. And it's entitled, Dock Workers Are on the Verge of a Strike. Here's what you need to know, right? And if you don't know, now you know. Shipping containers sit piled at the Port of Baltimore. So something like this happened a couple of years ago, but it wasn't as severe as this one could be, obviously. Some 25,000 dock workers at East Coast and Gulf Coast ports from Boston to Houston could strike as early as October 1. So pretty much the whole East Coast is gonna, is at risk of going on strike. Okay. Due to them not agreeing with these corporations, right, for a fair rate wage, right, which shows you just the backwardsness of America. They'll give $100 billion to Ukraine, right, to fight Russia and to further the pathway to World War III, right, to continue down that road, versus then to simply agree with the workers in its own country and pay these people, right? Because Joe Biden has the ability to stop this, and from the look of it, unless he stops it at the last second, which, hey, we'll see, man. Lord will not. But I know we had things like government shutdowns and, shit like that where they talk it, but, eventually, one of these times they're not gonna step in, right? It's gonna happen one day, man. And Lord will, this is it, because one day is one day of these workers going on strike is detrimental to the U.S. economy. That means everything, just one single day, one 24-hour period, everything's going to be backlogged. So the longer, if they strike, the longer they strike, the better, right? So their union, the International Longshoremen's Association, has been in contract talks with the United States Maritime Alliance, representing ocean carriers and port operators for months. But the two sides have not met face-to-face since June, so this has been building up, right? More than 170 interest groups from the National Association of Manufacturers and U.S. Dairy Export Council to Fashion and Jury Trade Association have urged the Biden administration to intervene, warning that a strike will have a devastating impact on the economy. See? Two major sticking points are wages and automation. On wages, neither side has made their demands or offers public, right? So it's just a lot of, unknowns, right? But, pretty much, there you have it. They could strike as early as October 1st, right? And, this is serious. October 1st is when? Monday, right? So, Tuesday. October 1st is Tuesday, right? So that's very soon. And the Lord is He's simply breaking down Babylon, piece by piece, brick by brick. He's busting America down to, nothing. Okay. And it's systematic. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, because that's why you see these people selling all their stocks in these what some would call very lucrative assets, right? Selling stocks of Apple and selling stocks of these different, things in which are very popular, right? So they're doing it for a reason because they know something's coming. All right. And whatever this is, is going to bring great tribulation. Right. And this is just one of the many, many straws to break the camel back, man. This ain't going to be nothing. This going to be the least of your concerns with you're just going to be worried about eating, because, if they don't intervene, a famine, right? So it's a lot of consequences out there, man. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's the time we in, man. Okay, ain't nobody gonna be going to concerts, Coachella, and it's happening during the perfect time, Christmas season, right? The holiday spirit gonna be out here for you people. So that greedy, selfish, niggardly spirit, right? That's usually, it's out to the max around this time of the year, because this is every nigga's, the most wonderful time of the year right here, man. October, November, December, you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and then the New Year, right? And in the midst of that, you have these things happening. It's beautiful. You couldn't make it up, This 2 Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. See, and this is one of the ways that this is going to happen, because it's going to be death by 1,000 cuts with America, man. Not only are you going to have ships not running, but even these truck drivers ain't going to be, going to their destinations, man. Life is about to change as you know it. America is a big ass third world country, but it's not at the same time. Like, because it has makeup on, and people believe that, this is not what it is. But when reality start to set in, right? And they talking about Haitians eating cats and dogs. Everybody gonna be eating crazy shit, right? You niggas already eat pork, So it's nothing for you. A lot of you people gonna be cannibals, right? And the trumpet shall give a sound which every man heareth. Then they shall be suddenly afraid. That's right, man. Everyone's gonna be weary, okay, of what's to come. All right, because it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, all the way up until, the missiles fall on this place, and Yahweh delivers the elect. Lord will, we part of that number, man. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Right, it's going to be a great famine. Okay, and in that famine, all right, you're going to have a civil war. It looks like a lot of things are about to happen. There's a possibility for a whole lot of things to happen in a very short period of time, you know? So just be on the lookout, man. You know, things ain't finna get better. I'll tell you that. Well, you know what? It's getting better for some, you know, but for most, it's not. People looking at this world now and they losing hope, right? But we got these prophecies, man. We already knew this was gonna happen, right? We've been preparing our spirits for it. This is Isaiah 19:5, and the waters shall fail from sea to sea, or Salakia, and the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be empty and dried up, and the reeds and the flags shall wither. Because that's going into Egypt's economy, right? Which is America, right? The economy is going to fail, okay? So this is it's a systematic breakdown, okay? So it's going to be over here. It's going to be on one hand, you're going to have the truckers, right? And then you got this smart and final strike. It's like a lot of things are happening at one time, man, right? Along with this port strike. So these ain't the only strikes that's happening, okay? So it's almost like a contagious disease, right? That America has contracted, right? And there is no cure for it. The paper reads by the rocks or by the brooks. The paper reads by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. See? So the abundance of things in which people have had in this place, like food, water, right? The essentials, right? Electricity. These things are about to become, no more, right? They're going to be in high demand, and it's going to be a very limited supply, okay? A time of Jacob's trouble. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, and all that make sluices and ponds for fish. So everyone that, because in Egypt, the Nile was pretty much the center of their economy, man. They relied very, very heavily on it. That's why they had fish gods, right? Because the fish was something that, they, boomed off economically, something that they had a lot of, they traded that a lot, during that time. That's one of their sources of revenue, right? Same with America, okay? America's being choked out, okay? And hey, this is the beginning of it. Lord will it happen? We'll see. But hey, even if it don't happen, it's still gonna happen. So with that, I give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Rakakwadash, Wa, Abba, Babal, and DTA, DTN.